I know my question may be a little crazy, or maybe it sounds a little um, off, but I want to know, are you letting people should all over you? They'll do it if you let them. Now, let me explain what I mean. When we ask people for advice, a lot of times I say, well, I think you should have done this, or I think you should have done that. Or people sometimes unsolicited advice will say, you should have done it this way, or you should have done it that way. Now, let me tell you something about most of the people who are going to tell you things like this. Number one, a lot of times they haven't even done it, or maybe they've done it and they failed in a certain way, but they're not experts. The people that should on you usually are not experts. And if they are an expert at doing something and they approach you that way, they're not a person that you want to coach or mentor you. People who coach you, people who mentor you, people who really are concerned about what you're doing and how you're doing it, and want to help you do better, are going to phrase things usually in a question. They're going to say things like, have you thought about? Or what do you think about? Have you tried it this way? Have you thought about this? Those are great questions. And normally, when you have a good coach, a good mentor, they are going to, or even a good friend who knows how to get you going in the right direction, they're wanting to get you to thinking about what you need to do. The purpose of a life coach, the purpose of a mentor is not to tell you what you should be doing. Never. They are not to make decisions for you. A good coach, a good mentor, a good friend who knows how to guide you is going to help you find the answers yourself. Okay. They're not going to come and should all over you. They're not going to say, well, this is how you should have done it. No, don't listen to that. What you need to listen to are the people who are going to take you by the hand and help you think about how you need to do it. Not what you should have done, but how you need to do it. And they're going to help you, guide you to your truth and what's in you. They're going to help guide you to what you need to be doing for yourself. Sometimes what people, and they're well meaning, when people come up and say, well, you should, and they mean well most of the time. And they're wanting you to do better, but they really don't know how to help you do better. So stop listening to the you shoulds in your life and start listening to the have you thought about? What do you think about? I can think about so many times in my life. I mean, as a parent, sometimes we're really, we use shoulds with our kids. You should have done this. And sometimes especially with younger people, there may be some absolutes and some things you're trying to help them learn. You should not touch a hot pan on the stove. That's a pretty good one. But when it comes to advice and walking in your life day in and day out, when you're trying to build a business, when you're trying to walk in your purpose, you should not, you hear me, you should not listen to the shoulds in your life. You really don't need to. You need to seek out people who are going to get your creative juices flowing, who are going to get you to the point to where you're actually thinking for yourself and figuring things out for yourself, because that's where you need to be in life. I'm a life coach, I'm a mentor, but I still need mentors in my life. I still need coaches in my life, and I look to them, but I look to the people who are going to say, well, what do you think? Could you have done this differently? Is there a better way? What do you think about this? They're going to give me some sparks, maybe plant a few seeds, but then they're going to back up and allow me to look at what they've planted there. And they're going to let me look at what I know I need to do. So my thing today is don't let people should on you. That's not good. Back away from the people who are going to say things like that, who are going to tell you, well, you should have done this, you should have done that. No, that's not what you need to listen to. You need someone in your life or someone's in your life who are going to say things like, What do you think about this? Have you thought about this? What about this? They're going to ask you great questions. They're not going to make statements over you. They're not going to make should statements over you. They're going to ask really good questions that are going to get you to thinking about what you actually need to do. You hear? I didn't say what you should do, what you need to do. Okay. Should's kind of vague too. Let's don't go there. Let's look at what we need to be doing in our lives. Let's look for the people in our lives who can guide us there by asking us thoughtful, provoking questions instead of shooting all over us. I love you. More importantly, God loves you. You have a blessed day.